least it's winding down a bit now, though.
Look at those, four coyote. They're on the ridge.
Huh?
Behind all of you.
It indeed look good on you, man.
Whoa! Oh, goodness.
That brief moment, huh? That must mean the winds are quite strong, though, to have it come back around so quickly like this.
It is not me this time.
Huh? Okay. Haven't had these strong of winds in about a month or so.
At least with the wind as the rain. It purifies the land. Could be something the tall trees needs very badly.
Huh?
If that sickness is prevalent amongst all the Tetsuwana, yeah. No wonder there's sick animals in there, too.
And we got no indication of what it could be when he was here?
The type of sickness he had?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there was no way to know. He would not let Five Wounds get too close. Every time he would try to check his temperature by touching his cheeks or forehead, he would move away. But seeing his complexion and how he was sweating so much, he was ill. Quite ill.
I don't want any sympathy for it.
It's not sympathy. I'm concerned if he was here.
We've disinfected the tent where he was.
This person had the fever. When I tied him back up, his arms were so wet, much like mine are now. But there was no rain when I tied him again.
How did his eyes look? Were they bloodshot at all?
I could not see. They were sunk in too far. The mask covered much of his eyes. But sadly, just how light this person was. It is very clear that whoever their people are, they're starving or diseased where they cannot have muscles grow on bones.
Huh.
I apologize for not having more details for you, Molly.
No, it's all right.
This is
Did
the best I could do.
he never got the chance to move around on his own, did he?
Hmm?
Well, I was just wondering if he had difficulty walking, or if he tremored, or.
Okay, he would stand, but very weak on his feet.
He would also cough quite a bit, as if not able to have a full breath of air.
Maybe he have pneumonia. Tis nearing late autumn, nearing into winter. It's not uncommon for people that sleep outside to contract these things. If we not have the medicine person anymore.
Well, that's just it. They did. Remember, Theo's eye was patched. So,
There is only so much that can be done for pneumonia.
no, but their overall health should still be better if they have somebody of a surgical, a surgically talented person. Their overall health should not be that poor. That's...
I understand this. May I say something on this matter? Did you all not say that the autopsy was done on a couple of the wolves that were looking to show the symptoms of rabies? And how they do autopsy and no rabies is in the wolves, but they show symptom of rabies. Do you think that perhaps this man could have a similar condition of having an affliction, but not having an affliction?
Well, are you talking about a I'm trying to not use a word you might not understand, but sometimes people can think they can be so convinced that they're ill that their body follows. So you could be convinced that you had pneumonia, and eventually sometimes the body will just give up and say, all right, we have pneumonia, and then start exhibiting the symptoms. It's called psychosomatic, but
That's a lot of words.
that is one possibility. I was also thinking of kuru, which is when people eat other people, but he doesn't seem to fit that profile.
Oops.
Otherwise, yes, it could be pneumonia. They could simply just have poor living conditions.
Even with natural medicine, treating pneumonia is not a surefire way to prevent it. Depending on what stage of it there is. If the pneumonia is mild, it can be treated and can be taken care of in a matter of a few weeks. But if it is something like severe, acute, chronic pneumonia, or is already taken a strong root into the lungs, this thing can take months upon months to recover from. That is just my thoughts on the matter. I was going to say, if we look to have bloodshot eyes and coughing and blood, well, I think all of you can assume what those are the symptoms of.
Tuberculosis.
I do not think that they have consumption. You would not have even had much of the strength to stand if you had this thing.
That is a concern, though, if he's coughing up blood.
It did not look like he was coughing up blood.
Oh, I thought you said he had.
I say if he was
okay.
coughing up blood.
My misunderstanding.
It is possible.
No, it's okay.
But I do not think that they have this thing. It is just a hypothesis. That is the right word. Hypothesis.
That's the right word.
I sometimes forget how the fuck to say this shit. Okay, does anybody see Kurok is dancing in this spot right now?
No,
Yes or
he's
no?
sitting on the ground in front of the fire.
He's resting.
What the fuck?
Huh?
Are you sure you're not ill?
Nice.
You might want to take his temperature.
I think he got too many plumes in his face.
I was going to make a joke at this, but I'm not going to.
Okay, Makwa.
Okay, man.
Listen, we have to be sure.
What if I do that instead?
Huh? Is this part of checking to make sure that we are doing okay? Huh? But you seem fine. You seem well. Maybe it is the jitters, huh? Calm before the storm, huh? Grr. You bet. Did you ever get in touch with Hermano? Were you able to see him? Orako. How did he seem? Was he well?
He seemed alright. He apparently went on a picnic with Elizabeth, the doctor, in Blackwater.
picnic. Hope he was able to savor some food. The man can eat.
Just like I can.
Hopefully he packed 2 picnics, huh? One for her, one for him.
You pit.
What?
What are you talking about? It's probably going to be 1 for him and a half for him and a half for her.
Understand.
I'm not gonna do that.
Actually, yes.
Did I just hear a bit of a FiveM squeezing?
Possibly for me.
I am definitely taking you out for picnic. We are having this picnic.
No. Okay. We are doing my picnic, huh? Because you took us out on a picnic, and then I mentioned months that I would take us out on my own version of a picnic since you did it, and it was kind, and I wish to return the favor. And it's been how long since that fucking happened, and we haven't done the second picnic on my end? No.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate